चाओ चाओ दोस्तों, आज के वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं अबाउट द ओनली वीगन फुटबॉल क्लब इन द वर्ल्ड. दे आर कॉल्ड फॉरेस्ट ग्रीन रोवर्स एंड दे बेस्ड आउट ऑफ इंग्लैंड. बट वीगन फुटबॉल क्लब, इसका क्या मतलब है? टू नो दैट, वॉच द वीडियो टिल द एंड. अगर आप चैनल में नए हो, सो जस्ट लेट मी गिव यू अ स्मॉल लो डाउन ऑफ व्हाट आई डू. माय नेम इज अजय मेनन. आई सपोर्ट आईएसए रोमा एंड आई क्रिएट कंटेंट अराउंड फुटबॉल एंड अदर स्पोर्ट्स. So without any further ado, hit the subscribe button, look at all the videos that I've made in the past, like the video, share it with your friends. And with regards to Forest Green Rovers, let's start the video now. तो आजकल आपने देखा है कि मीडिया में काफी चर्चा होता है about plant-based or vegan athletes. There are many across many sports. Lewis Hamilton, the Formula 1 champion, is famously vegan. Novak Djokovic is another one that comes to the eye. In football, you have Chris Smalling, who obviously played for Roma, and also Hector Bellerin. Interestingly, Hector Bellerin did buy some stake in Forest Green Rovers. So there is that connection between a vegan athlete and a vegan football club. But let's talk about Forest Green Rovers first. They are basically in a place called Nailsworth, which is in the southeast of England, in a province or in a state called Gloucestershire. So Gloucestershire मतलब एक काउंटी है जो हम लोग स्टेट या प्रोविंस बोलते हैं. सो ग्लूस्टरशायर में वेल काफी सारा ग्रीनरी है. इट्स नोन फॉर इट्स नेचुरल ब्यूटी. नेल्सवर्थ भी बहुत छोटा सा टाउन है इन एन एरिया कॉल्ड द कॉट्सवॉल्ड्स. एंड द कॉट्सवॉल्ड्स आर वेरी फेमस फॉर आइकॉनिक लोकेशंस जो आपको फोटोज में दिखता है. अ स्ट्रीम, अ रिवर, माउंटेन्स, ग्रीनरी एवरीवेयर. Not a very typical location for a football club, but the passion for the beautiful game is very much alive in the Cotswolds, and the fans of Forest Green Rovers are quite unique. थोड़े history के बारे में बात करते हैं about Forest Green Rovers. Well, they've been there since the turn of the 20th century, ever present in the football league, but they've never really made it into the top leagues. Now, English football का जो पिरामिड है कुछ ऐसा है. यू हैव द प्रीमियर लीग एट द टॉप, यू हैव द चैंपियनशिप, लीग 1, लीग 2, and then it's non-league football. So Forest Green Rovers haven't really spent a lot of time in the upper echelons of English football. In 2010 they were acquired by Dale Vincent, who was a businessman into clean energy. He owns a lot of companies that is into energy from windmills and green sources. So he is the mastermind in kind of ensuring that Forest Green Rovers becomes a very unique story in world football. And by unique, what I mean is that in 2015, 2016 is when they were known as the greenest football club in the world, the only vegan football club in the world. It was so much of a rage that even FIFA came down and made a documentary on this. So what makes Forest Green Rovers a vegan football club? Well, to start off with, their pitch, the turf is basically organic grass. Right, so it's no artificial grass, it's organic grass, locally grown, locally sourced, and the water that they use is harvested. तो एक green angle है वहाँ पे. The stadium lights, the electricity, to everything comes from the windmills, thanks to obviously Dale Vincent and his green power company. So solar and wind is used in most of the electricity and whatever electrical appliances are there within the football club. Now, generally, अगर आप देखोगे तो English football is synonymous for its meat and hot dogs and everything that goes along with English pub cuisine. The likes of hot dogs or fish and chips, stuff like that. But Forest Green Rovers is the only football club in the world that has got an all-out plant-based, also known as vegan kitchen. So every food item that you get within the club's premises are vegan. So you have vegan, vegan hot dogs, vegan burgers. You've got a lot of curries. You've got a lot of salads over there. A lot of good smoothies that's based out of soy or any other almond milk that's available. So that's very, very unique. So traveling fans get to have a very unique kind of, because England में you have the working class fans who are mostly into meat and chips and gravy and all of that. तो उनके लिए तो ये अलग ही experience है where they have like a plant-based meal when they're going away to Forest Green Rovers. Apart from this, even their jerseys are made up of recyclable material like plastics and other stuff like that. So they are vegan in every sense of it. The club's players, they have plant-based proteins while they're at the club's premises, but club ke bahar they're permitted to eat or drink whatever they want to. The club doesn't really enforce the veganism or the plant-based methodology on their players, but while in campus they have plant-based protein, and well, it is really proved effective for them. We'll have a quick look at their journey across the last decade or so, in which they rose to prominence, and then currently they are languishing back where they started from. Their journey in the next section. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया था कि Forest Green Rovers really haven't mixed up with the big boys of English football, but they've been consistently there or thereabouts in the National Football League and League 2. But कुछ ही साल पहले they achieved a double promotion. They rose up, from the non-league ranks into League 2, and then eventually going all the way to League 1. The manager who got them promoted from League 2 to League 1, Tom Edwards, नाम आपने शायद सुना रहेगा. He's the same guy who got Luton Town up from the Championship into the Premier League. Unfortunately, Tom Edwards, after he got Forest Green Rovers promoted to League 1, left the club. And उसके बाद में, ironically, the club has been on a severe downfall. Just a few years later, they suffered back-to-back relegations as they got relegated from League 1, finishing bottom, and they also got relegated from League 2, finishing, the lower echelons of the table, and they went back into the, football league, basically non-league football, जो हम बोलते हैं. They went back to the lowest division possible in the English football pyramid. A lot of controversies over there with regards to Dale Vincent appointing, few colorful names, including the likes of Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney was the player manager. He barely lasted 10-12 games as a stint. That was never going to work out. I mean, everyone who has watched thoda sa football knows that Troy Deeney is not a good choice for Forest Green Rovers. They also were in the news for another reason. They appointed Hannah Dingley. So Forest Green Rovers appointed Hannah Dingley, the first woman to lead thoda sa games of pre-season, and she was the only female head coach across maybe a lot of football leagues. So ये थोड़ा एक controversial था, but Forest Green Rovers and Dale Vincent actually made it very clear that at that time they were looking for a new manager, and she was the most qualified coach that was out there. So it wasn't a PR gimmick or something like that. 2 ही game था शायद, just a few weeks here or there until they appointed a permanent boss. But in that time, Hannah Dingley was probably the spotlight. She had the spotlight of the entire world football news cycle. तो ये एक trivia quiz में तो आने ही वाला है कि who was the first interim female head coach of any football team for a short spell of time. That's Hannah Dingley of Forest Green Rovers. तो Forest Green Rovers भले green है, उनके शब्द में काफी colorful history रह चुकी है, especially from 2010 and all the promotions and all the good times that they've had. 2015, 16, 17, 18, those were good years, but उसके बाद में they suffered a downfall, and they've come back. But from what I can say, when I've done the research on Forest Green Rovers, I have a feeling that they're going to rise up, they're going to come back, and probably this time around they will go all the way. अगर आप क्लब के टूर में जाएंगे, मतलब जो उनका VIP टूर है, so you can see that there is a stadium plan that's there, that's set, which is right up to the championship level. So Dale Vincent has got an ambition to take this club to the championship, and with the likes of Hector Bellerin, maybe once he gets a little more spare time after his playing career, maybe he could play a more active part. There could be other professionals that would come in, but I envision this club, Forest Green Rovers, going a long way in in the future, in the near future, and they will definitely make a name in the football, footballing world. But if you did not know this story, this is what this channel is all about. I'm bringing you stories from across the world, from India and across the world. ऐसी अनोखी कहानियाँ, जो अनोखी कहानी है हर एक कोने से, ये सब कहानी मैं आप लोग के लिए प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूँ. So अगर आपको कंटेंट पसंद आया, so please do subscribe and like the video, share it with your friends, spread the word. And I waited till the end of the video to share this. Another reason why I got intrigued in the story of Forest Green Rovers is that I've been a vegan for the last six and a half years. So I waited till the end of the video to tell you this. अगर आप यहाँ तक आए हो तो thank you so much. But yeah, generally लोग बोलते हैं ना that when you meet a vegan is that they tell you that they're vegan within the first few seconds. But that's not the case here. I waited till the end of the video. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, much love and really appreciate all your support. Until next time, I'm Ajay Menon. I'm signing off for tonight. Ciao, ciao.